Good Thursday evening and welcome to the Ncwlife Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our very wet weather window late this afternoon. You can see as we look up from our jump-off ridge Sky-Fi tower camera, looking back at the Wenatchee Valley. Yeah, it's a wet one out there. Rain began falling, started as sprinkles about noontime or so, and then has been a pretty steady light rain throughout the afternoon. And that trend really isn't going to change much as we take a look at what we can expect for our weekend. This is just storm number one. A cold front will move in by the end of the weekend. That'll bring us a pretty decent Saturday in between these weather systems, and then Sunday into Monday morning we will see another good chance of rain and even some falling snow levels around parts of north central Washington from that next storm system that moves in on Sunday. So we will keep you posted on that, and we'll bring you all the weather details a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Making Chelan County's Regional Justice Center more secure is turning into a major budget issue. Grant County PUD commissioners voiced strong consensus Tuesday for more money in the 2019 budget for the fiber optic network build-out. And Leavenworth City Council members have approved a recently completed study that we will see the addition of paid and timed parking in the resort town. But first, we begin tonight. This was the scene of a traffic accident last night at the intersection of South Mission and 9th Street in Wenatchee. Ncwlife's Eric Granstrom witnessed the crash and reported a passenger car ran the stoplight and rammed into the side of an SUV in the middle of the intersection going west on 9th and then colliding into another car before coming to a rest on the northeast side of the intersection. Eric reports that a young girl quickly opened the back door of the passenger car and ran to the corner of the intersection, obviously scared and in shock. Two Wenatchee police cars were right there, one south of the intersection on Mission, the other east of the intersection on 9th. Both quickly moved into the intersection, blocking traffic and assisting motorists involved in that accident. Airbags were fully deployed in the passenger vehicle that ran the light as well as the SUV. Well, making Chelan County's Regional Justice Center more secure is turning into a major budget issue. County commissioners were presented this week with the proposed jail budget that calls for a significant increase in staffing. Interim Jail Director Bill Larson is asking for 15 new positions at an estimated cost of $1.3 million over 2 years. Larson reported that the current staff is overworked and lack proper support through training. His assessment of the jail working conditions mirrors grievances voiced in July by the jail's employee union representative, Tom Cash.
Well, this morning we were able to actually meet with the interim director, Bill Larson, and we're cautiously optimistic. We've been addressing the majority of these concerns over the past 10 plus years, and it's reached a tipping point. The employees are basically now asking for the county to address the issues with safety, which encompasses the facility, staffing, training, pretty much just a litany of items that have pretty much gone unaddressed for the past 10 plus years.
Jail officials report that the inmate population has changed significantly since the facility was built in 1984. It currently averages about 230 prisoners a day compared to the 136 when it was built. Officials also say it's more dangerous now due to a higher number of felon arrests versus those being held for misdemeanor crimes. The proposed jail business plan also identifies several security risks that need to be addressed, including more surveillance cameras, body scanners, and special jail doors that allow inmates to be handcuffed before opening the jail cell. The Grant County PUD will give Crescent Bar leaseholders an additional 15 years to pay back their share of a new $12.5 million sewer system. Representatives of the Homeowners Association had asked for a 25-year payback rather than 10 years after the project came in much higher than estimated. The original payment plan was part of an agreement that ended years of litigation and gave homeowners new leases through 2047. PUD Commissioner Dale Walker said extending the contract could be a violation of state law, which limits how PUDs can spend money or extend credit. But Commissioner Tom Flint said, considering the higher than expected cost, it was the right thing to do.
We've come a long ways in this process, and There's been a total, I think the one thing that's pretty obvious is there's been change for the good, from my perspective, a change for the public to be able to utilize that in a way that they've never had an opportunity to do before. And so in my mind, this is a win-win for the folks that have a leasehold interest there, and also it's a win-win for the public to be able to have harmony here. And at the end of the day, they're paying back plus a little bit more, so the district at the end of it won't be held short. So I support this, even though it may have some audit risk. I think it's the right thing to do.
The leaseholders themselves had estimated the project would cost $3 to $4 million, but meeting PUD regulatory requirements pushed the actual cost much higher. The extension passed by a 3-2 vote, with the stipulation the homeowners first pay back more than $20,000 in past due leaseholder taxes. In other business, commissioners did not take action, but said they support spending more money than budgeted in 2019 to speed up the build-out of the PUD's fiber optic network. General Manager Kevin Nord said the PUD could use its reserves to cut the build-out from 10 to 5 years without lowering its bond rating. Leavenworth City Council members have approved a recently completed study for improving downtown parking. The council's action Tuesday night puts into motion a strategic plan that will see the addition of paid and timed parking in the resort town. The council also adopted a set of guiding principles that will be the policy guidelines to managing parking within city limits. The next steps include the creation of an advisory committee and a funding mechanism to pay for the changes. The parking study was commissioned by the city, the Chamber of Commerce, and the Chelan County Port District. Leavenworth has seen a huge increase in traffic over the past decade due to the success of its Bavarian-themed events and festivals. Coming up next, Dr. Kim Schreier brings her 8th Congressional District election campaign to Wenatchee tonight. Coming up tomorrow, Representative Dan Newhouse will make 3 stops in Quincy, and we'll have your weekly Kennel Cameos feature coming up. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the Ncwlife Evening News.
Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house, featuring great family dining in downtown Chelan. We've got burgers, pub fare, and the best barbecue around. Try one of our award-winning sauces made fresh here in-house. So grab the whole gang and come on down. Stormy Mountain Brewing. Beer, barbecue, friends, and beer.
With 15,000 square feet to explore, you'll find something special at the Antique Mall at Cashmere. For the do-it-yourselfers and those with a keen eye for making something old, fresh and new again, the Antique Mall at Cashmere is the place to come find your next project. From the coin enthusiasts to avid collectors, Antique Mall at Cashmere has treasures in every corner. Come find your treasure today. Antique Mall at Cashmere's friendly staff is here to help. Stop on by today.
Eastern Washington. It's a great place to call home and a great time to own a home. It's the ideal place to lay down roots for your family and your future. Gisa Credit Union thinks Eastern Washington is a great place to own a home too. That's why we offer all kinds of home loans with personal attention every step of the way. We're your home. For home loans, we're Gisa Credit Union.
Welcome back. In another news, Dr. Kim Schreier brings her 8th Congressional District election campaign to Wenatchee tonight. The Democratic candidate will be at the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce office at 7:30 for a reception. Schreier is in a tight race with her GOP opponent Dino Rossi for the 8th District congressional seat being vacated by Dave Reichert. Coming up tomorrow, Representative Dan Newhouse will make 3 stops in Quincy. From 11 to 12, Newhouse will visit Quincy High School to learn about Microsoft's Tech Spark program to foster economic opportunity and job creation in North Central Washington. At 12:30, he'll meet with the Quincy Columbia Basin Irrigation District to receive an update on current and developing projects. The Quincy Columbia Basin Irrigation District is the largest irrigation district in the Northwest. Newhouse will wrap up his visit at 1:30 with a meeting with Quincy city officials to discuss the progress of an ongoing water reuse project and then tour several of the project components. Well, time now for our weekly Kennel Cameos feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Today, NCW Life's Megan McPherson introduces us to Tuffley the cat.
Hey guys, Megan here with the NCW Life channel. We are here with Renee Parkins, the Development Officer of the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, and joining us this week is Tuffley.
Yeah.
What's going on with Tuffley?
Well, Tuffley is a little nervous right now, but he is a super friendly cat. He just warms up so quickly. He loves to have his motor going. He loves salmon treats. We've found out in the last 2 minutes. Yeah, but he's a good boy. He just needs, he's 2 and he just needs a home to call his own.
What kind of home environment is he looking for?
Well, Tuffley has lived with cats, so that doesn't bother him. So he's not fearful of cats. He doesn't really love to be held. So I think smaller children that may be apt to want to pick up a kitten and kind of carry a cat around, maybe not the best home life for him, but somebody that's gonna let him sit by them and pet him and be affectionate in that way is gonna be a great one. And like I said, other cats don't seem to bother him, so.
That's great.
Yeah.
If someone wants to talk Tuffley, what should they do?
They should definitely come down and visit him. Make sure he's gonna be the right fit for their family. And then you can fill out the adoption paperwork and take him home today.
Tuffley, are you ready to find your new home? The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue and is open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org. Kennel Cameos is supported in part by Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory in Leavenworth. Not only does the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory have great house-made fudge and super delicious candy and caramel apples, but they also have great doggy treats for your four-legged friends, located at 636 Front Street in Leavenworth. This has been Kennel Cameos at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society.
You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
So Pam, how's your mom doing?
She's okay. She's struggling. She'd like to stay in her house, and it's getting harder for her to do the daily chores.
What kinds of problems is she having?
Just basic house cleaning, you know, taking care of her house, yard work, taking care of her medicine.
Mm-hmm. It does sound exhausting.
It is very exhausting, and I always worry about her.
Aging and Adult Care can assist you or your loved one to remain comfortably and safely in their own home. Contact them today to start the conversation.
The physical therapists at Cascade Medical love the outdoors as much as you do. But sometimes where there's love, there's also pain. Let us help you get back to the activities that you love. Cascade Medical, partners in your health.
Thanks to the help I received at Goodwill,
I have a job. I'm working now. Thanks to Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to get you back to work. When you donate to or shop at Goodwill, you're really helping people find work.
Thank you. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Welcome back to the NCWLife Evening News. Well, once again, the YWCA is bringing the Hallow-Queens drag show back to the big stage at the New America Performing Arts Center this Saturday. In tonight's feature story, Executive Director Jenny Pratt says the fundraiser is a creative way to grab the community's attention and raise funds for much-needed programming.
The YWCA Hallow-Queens drag show is coming up Saturday, October 27th, and it's presented by AmeriGroup this year. It is the 4th year for the drag show, and it's a benefit for YWCA North Central Washington. It helps us fund our general operating to operate our homeless shelter, our transitional housing, and our permanent supportive housing. And now we even offer outside case management services and job training. So it's super important fundraiser for our organization, and we have a lot of great community support. We have a great cast and crew coming to perform, and they're all volunteering their time. So if you've never been to a drag show, now's the time. You want to come and start with the best for certain. It's at the New America PAC Performing Arts Center, so big stage, and lots of smiles, lots of fun, lots of laughter. It's definitely a fun fundraiser. At the performance, you're going to see very flamboyant, very dramatic characters performing, very active. We even have a Donatella Howell, who is a magnificent singer. Typically, you'll see lip syncing. And we have one fantastic queen who does amazing vocal numbers. So I'm really thrilled to have her back again. Of course, we have our host, Jessica Ravid, who is lives in Colorado now, and who is traveling back to do this performance for us. So we're just so honored that the queens from around the Northwest and as far as Colorado are actually coming out to do this fundraiser for us again.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast, and it turned into a wet one all of a sudden, especially as we got into our afternoon hours today. You can see as we look off from our jump-off ridge camera, the Wenatchee Valley seeing some light misty rain out there. That's been our scenario pretty much throughout the afternoon today. This is Wenatchee Heights, actually where our cross camera is that we use so often here in the newscast. And you can see the Wenatchee Valley below. Not a lot of heavy rain out there, but it did keep our temperature down today, that's for sure. I don't think we even quite reached normal, nor will we late in this afternoon into our early evening hours. Our high temperature today, 54 degrees. Our overnight low was 45, so a little bit warmer for our low, but a little bit below where we should be for our normal high temperature, which is 56 and 38. 69, our record high on this date. That was set back in 1987. And 27, our cold record low, set back in 2002. We have had a trace of precipitation the past 24 hours. Obviously, that's from this afternoon. Haven't received an official total yet because we have more rain to come. 4.72 is where we are now. That will change as we get together tomorrow. 7:34 our sunrise this morning, and our sun will set tonight after just before 6 at 5:55. There was an active radar throughout our afternoon today. Here's what it looks like right now as moisture continues to push up from the southeast. That is a much more favorable flow to move into the Wenatchee area than a straight west to east traveling direction for storm systems, because the mountains, they can't hold it up coming from the southwest. So we will see more of this rain coming off the coast as we make our way in tonight. And by 10 o'clock tonight, as we look at our surface loop, we should be pretty much inundated with rain all across the state of Washington. We do have that 60% chance of rain tonight, and that will last pretty much throughout our early morning hours as we make our way into Friday as well. It's all because of that area of low pressure that's bringing wave after wave of moisture into north central Washington. We have a 40% chance for rain, mainly in our morning hours tomorrow, turning mostly cloudy in the afternoon. So it really won't be bad for the homecoming game for Wenatchee High School tomorrow night. Saturday, mostly sunny. It will be our in-between storm days. But look at this next system wrapping itself up all the way up the coast of British Columbia, coming down from the Gulf of Alaska. And yeah, folks, this is our Sunday. Cloudy, a good chance for rain throughout the day on Sunday. Things should be letting up a little bit by evening hours on Sunday, and we could even see a few early morning showers Monday, and then mostly sunny for us to kick off our next work week with dry conditions. Pretty much the same goes for Tuesday, too, as before things really start to change, because this next area of low pressure spinning around off the coast of British Columbia will eject some more rain our way, and we'll see mostly cloudy skies and showers as we get into midweek next week. Let's now take a look at your quick lube and tune forecast. Tonight, lows a lot like this morning, 47 overnight tonight. We'll see a 40% chance of morning showers tomorrow and 60 degrees down into the upper 50s for Saturday, but a nice start to our weekend with dry conditions, but it won't last long. Mostly cloudy on Sunday. We'll see a 40% chance of rain and 53. 55 our high on Monday with mostly sunny skies. Another sunny day for Tuesday, too, before the next round of storminess moves in on Wednesday. By then, expect mostly cloudy skies and showers. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the Ncwlife Evening News continues right after this.
I came here to CVCH because one of my friends referred me. When I met Dr. Jocelyn, she was just amazing. She connected with my son, and it meant so much to me. He opens up so quickly because she just sits there and plays with him. It really is like going to see a friend. It's really great to walk into somewhere where you feel welcomed and you feel accepted and respected. It just feels like home.
And now it's a sports update on the Ncwlife channel.
And a happy Thursday to you. The Wenatchee Wild won a wild back-and-forth contest in overtime last night over Trail by a final of 5-4 at the Town Toyota Center. Matt Dorsey lit the lamp 7 minutes into the first period to give the home crowd something to cheer about. Christophe Tellier and Nathan Iannone helped equalize 2 Trail goals in the second to put Wenatchee up 3-2 heading into the third, but the Smoke Eaters were trying to make Wenatchee eat dust in the final frame, scoring 2 goals to make it 4-3. Let's pick it up from there. Art Ecker had the call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network.
Sasaki, and the outlet feed is for Dorsey. Dorsey takes off, gets a step on Zins. He goes hard to the net. He shoots. He scores! Holy! Souter out of the box with the puck inside the Wenatchee zone. Centering feed, slapped away by Barger down into the corner. Tried to saucer it out front, but this one is going to overtime. Souter ahead for Modry. Swung back across, and Souter picks it up. Takes a step on the left side. Gets slashed. He's in. He shoots. He scores! Lucas Souter took the slash and fought through it. Strong on the puck. Went hard to the net. Beats Marcoux low on the blocker side. And the Wenatchee Wild score in overtime. They'll win it 5-4.
And there you go. Lucas Souter, the hero last night. Wenatchee earns the 5-4 overtime win. The Wild will host Cowichan Valley tomorrow night and Prince George Saturday at 7 o'clock. Eastmont wraps up the regular season of Big Nine Soccer tonight on the road at Moses Lake. Chiefs have wrapped up the regular season league title and will be the #1 seed heading into next week's playoffs. The Wildcats trying to secure the #3 seed and host Sunnyside. In the district playing game Saturday at Wildcat Field, Eastmont is a game in front of West Valley. Heading into tonight's action as the Rams host Davis in their regular season finale. Volleyball schedule tonight also wraps up the regular Big Nine schedule. Wenatchee hosts the always tough West Valley Rams on senior night, also homecoming week, so you can bet there'll be a packed gym, and the student section will be plenty loud for the Panthers tonight. They'll serve the first serve at 7 o'clock. Eastmont Wildcats wrap up the season at Davis tonight, also at 7. District 5-6 2B volleyball tournament underway today at Royal High School. Brewster and White Swan meeting in the first round. Manson and Kittitas coming up at 6. Loser bracket games will follow at 8 o'clock tonight. Today's the first day of the 3 days, that is, for the District 6 4A Swim and Dive Championships happening in Moses Lake. They are doing the preliminary swims today. They'll do the prelim dives tomorrow, then the entire championship to be settled on Saturday. Today's also the District 4A Cross Country Championships. The boys and girls will begin running at Walla Walla Point Park. In fact, already underway, probably We'll see. Already done. We'll have maybe, hopefully, some results. That website's not the greatest. By the way, before we get to talking about football coming up on Friday, there's football tonight, actually. Pear Bowl going to happen in Cashmere, Cascade, Cashmere, meeting as the Caribou Trail League wraps up their regular season tonight. Big Nine leading Eastmont takes its football season, that is, to Moses Lake tomorrow night for its next to last game of the regular season, with a league championship still in the sights that could be settled next week. And the Bridge of Sportsmanship game with Wenatchee. I asked Coach Michael Don if there's a tendency to look ahead.
We're not really worried about Wenatchee. We're just still focused about us. We really haven't started looking at that game. Honestly, I have yet to watch Wenatchee play, period. I haven't seen a single film on them. I haven't really thought about it too much. We're focused on Moses Lake, and we know that they're going to play well. And we haven't beaten them yet since I've been here. It's been 3 years in a row. And so we're working to get rid of that and beat Moses Lake first, and then we'll worry about that when it comes.
For starting outside linebacker Preston Esparza, he's excited at the opportunity looming next week, but says his team has learned from mistakes in the past.
Next week is a big game, but in the past we thought about games ahead, and then the game that week we just lost because we just underthought them, like undermined them. But yeah, we just take each week just a game. We try to go 1-0 every week, so. Our captains really help us out. Like if we're not staying focused during practice, something like that, they'll help us out by staying focused and all that. And we just have that mindset of just coming out just every week and just playing the team we're playing.
Eastmont and Moses Lake kick off at Lions Field tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Meanwhile, homecoming week for the Wenatchee Panthers.
Oh yeah, we got the big Buff Puff game tonight. Big dog game. We're taking the championship tonight. Mark my words. But all the guys are really excited, and you know it's a little bit more loose in practice, but in a good way, because it's a good vibe that goes around. And so as long as we can do the simple things and kind of keep our heads on straight, well, not kind of a lot. Coaches don't like that, but as long as we're on the same page, we're good.
Dalton Thomas obviously excited about homecoming week as Wenatchee hosts Walla Walla tomorrow night. Coaches, meanwhile, are not big fans of homecoming because it's difficult to keep the team focused. Defensive backs coach Jacob Zier says it can be an interesting balance.
It's a little bit too loose at times as a coach, but it's a good thing. It's fun. It's exciting. You can tell there's a different type of a feel to it. So it's fun. You just got to know when to have the fun and know when to be focused and get work done. So we're trying to balance the two and still get a lot accomplished for this week, and also looking forward to the week after that.
We'll have the Blue Devils and Panthers tomorrow night live here on the NCW Life Channel pregame 6:45 with yours truly and Grant Olson. Finally, pitching the story in Game 2 of the World Series in Boston last night, where the Red Sox knocked off the Dodgers 4-2. David Price and 3 relievers held L.A. to just 2 runs on 3 hits, 8 strikeouts. Boston took the 2 games to none lead in the best-of-7 series that moves to L.A. on Friday. That's sports. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz and all the day's news with Steve Hare. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from Localtel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value Localtel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.
Are you watching me? If you're watching me and you are a business owner in North Central Washington, your potential customers could be seeing your TV commercial right now. With Solely on Broadcasting, TV advertising is effective and affordable. Place your ads on the network best suited to your potential customers, or get top-of-mind awareness with 16 cable networks, including NCW Life, your local TV channel. Give Solely on Broadcasting a call at 888-2020 today to see how easy and affordable it is to advertise on TV.